Good morning, YouTube, Facebook friends, and all of you people out there, and all of you random citizens of the world. Hi. This video is going to be a deviation from my normal videos. Normally, we are talking about nursing topics and things like that. Today, we are talking about weight loss. That is what our topic is for today. I mentioned way back in my first video about trying to lose weight during nursing school, which is hard for most people. And it's been especially difficult for me because I've struggled with my weight for years now. So just to give you guys a little bit of background on myself, I am currently 235 pounds, so I have to get down to 160. So I have 75 pounds to lose. It sounds crazy, I know, but that is the predicament I've gotten myself into over these last 8 years. When I had my son, when I got pregnant with my son, I should say, I was 17, and even back then I had issues with my weight, even though now I recognize that my weight was perfect. But that's what happens when you're around people who are not shaped like you. I did not like the fact that I had big hips, and I counted that as being too fat. All your friends are 120 and 110 and you're 160. But that was my actual normal body build. I was actually a twig back then. So just to get, I actually pulled out a random picture. God, my style back then wasn't all that, but this is how I was back then. I had hips. I had some, you know, I was perfect, and that is where I'm trying to get back down to. At that point, I was 160, so that is what my goal is now. That is right before I got pregnant with my son, actually. So back in 2005, when I got pregnant with my son, I was 160. By the end of my pregnancy, I had gained 60 pounds. Yes, I ended my pregnancy at 220 pounds. And I thought that when I had him, I would at least drop down below 200. No. I lost literally 10 pounds on my son. He was 8 pounds and some odd ounces, and I went down to 210. Needless to say, I was not satisfied with that at all. But it stayed. It stuck with me. When I got pregnant with my second child a few years later, I was 218 or 220-ish, you know, around that range, and I didn't really gain any weight with that. What happened, I actually lost 15 pounds early in the pregnancy, and then I gradually gained that 15 pounds back. So I started at 220, ended at 220 with that pregnancy. And here I am now at 235. So I have been playing the entire time. I have resolved time and time again to lose this weight, but it hasn't happened. So now I am going to nursing school, and I want to be better, okay? Not just because I'm going to nursing school, but because I just want to be better. So I'm taking the initiative now to do that. I think a lot of you out there are in the same boat with me, okay? Maybe you don't have as much weight to lose as I do, but it's pretty much an epidemic in America. It's going on, and we need to get it together. I refuse to suffer from diabetes, from, you know, health problems my entire life because I ate too much, okay? And that is what my issue is. I'm not hypothyroidism is no other cause other than the fact that I have not eaten healthy. I have not exercised like I should. And I'm going to change that about myself. So right now, I am taking accountability. It is my fault that I am here in this predicament. And it's time for me to get it together. I don't know if anybody else out there is like that, but it's time for me to get it together. Time for us to get it together, okay? So I just wanted to talk in this video basically about what my plan is, where I am right now, and where I hope to end up by the end of 2014. I'm not trying to be the biggest loser, okay? I'm not trying to lose multiple digits every week. You know, my goal is to lose at least 1 pound a week. That is not crazy, you know, but at least 1 pound a week. I want to gradually lose the weight. I don't want to lose it all at one time and, you know, end up with the sag factor and all of that stuff. No, I want to lose the weight, lose the fat, and I also want to tone my body. So that is going to take some time. And like I said, this is not like a, well, I didn't say it, but I'm saying it now. It's not a diet. I'm not doing this change for a short time. This is going to be a lifetime change for me because it has to be. You can't do it until you get the results that you want and then stop, because then I'll be making another video like this, sick and tired of myself, and I'm not going to do that again. So I just want to talk about what's factoring in for me at this point. I want to speak about things like motivation, accountability, and my overall plan, which includes a schedule, which is so important. A schedule is important. I don't think a lot of us black folk, okay, are taught about scheduling. I don't know if it's like that in other cultures, but we are not held to schedules like we are supposed to be. And I'm saying black folk, if you take offense to that, I apologize. I'm black. It's all I've been my entire life. I got that from my shero Beverly Malone. But it's all I've been my entire life. So this is the culture that I know. If it doesn't apply to you, don't become offended. God, you live in one of those families that got their stuff together. Okay, we a little bit dysfunctional. All right, that's what I know. And but scheduling is extremely important. I'm finding that out, and I'm going to be implementing a schedule, and I'll talk to you about that. And I just wanted to show you guys my workout gear, which I actually happen to have on right now. So first things first. Let's get back to what is really important. Motivation. You have to find the motivation to do this. Now, my motivation is the same as it's been forever, basically, okay? I'm motivated by my kids. I'm motivated by my health. I am motivated by the fact that I am becoming a nurse, and I'm going to be talking to people about their health. I think it is even more apparent to me now just how detrimental being obese is to our health. Like, you see people come in with so many different problems, and it's sad. All because we can't control, or we've opted not to control and just buckle down and control what we're eating. Or for lack of education. People don't know until you get to that point where you are suffering, truly suffering, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to get there. So while I am still able to, I am going to do this thing. All right, so find what you are motivated about and really focus on that. Understand what this is going to do for you, what this is going to be for you. You know, we can make up so many different excuses. I don't have time. I don't have time is my biggest excuse. Hence why a schedule is so important for me, because I can say that I don't have time until I'm blue in my face, and truly I'm so time constricted. Okay, I'm so time constricted. So people, if I can find time to do this, then so can you. Also, do not overburden yourself with this. It does not have to be extremely hard. It's just a matter of watching what you put in your mouth, and take 30 minutes every day. People say an hour. I don't have a whole bunch of time to be doing a whole hour, but 30 minutes a day. Do that. I am a member of Spark People. I use that to track food and things like that. And tracking can be so tedious. Seriously, it can be very tedious. So I'm not sure how the tracking food thing is going to work out. But what I can say as far as using it, it is motivation, because you at least get to see what you are doing every day, and that seeing those numbers really teaches you about how and what you're eating and where you can stand to cut out at. I'm not going to get finished this video in the next 5 minutes, but I'll definitely have to have a follow-up one going on, because it's a lot of information. But anyway, back to motivation. You have to really find what motivates you and stop making excuses. There's a video on here by Kevin on Stage. I'm subscribed to him, and he talking about fat people's excuses. And he hit so many of mine dead on. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, even with the stuff that we say, you know, or that we think, like, all right, look at her over there. I'm not as big as her, so I'm all right. As long as I don't get that big, I'm not big. You know, it's just craziness. It's really craziness. We really have to stop. We really have to stop and do better than do better. So now, here, we're starting a new year, and we're gonna do this thing, okay? If anybody's out there with me, hurrah, let's do this. And also with motivation, talk to yourself. I'm in my car driving all the time, fussing at myself. I swear, when I pull up to like fast food drive-thrus, they probably think I'm like schizophrenic or something, because I'll sit up there and I'll order stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just being fat. Just take that off of there. I don't need that. I don't need that. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm just being fat, seriously. And but you really have to speak to yourself. Be like, now, come on now. Are you gonna work those calories off? Are you, you know, be for real with yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oink, oink when you open up the cabinet. Accountability. We have to take accountability for our health. Nobody else is going to do it for you. This is your journey. You have to do it. You. No one else is going to make you get up and do it. You can't guarantee that you are going to find a friend to go out and run with you. If you can, good for you. But you have to like really... You have to really be accountable to yourself, if to nobody else. Now, me, I'm going to be accountable to myself. I'm also going to be accountable to you people, because I'm going to come on here and I'm going to cry my eyeballs out. So I'm not going to cry. But I'm going to come on here and I'm going to, I don't want to come on here and have disappointing news because I messed up. So this is going to help me. And then also, it helps to have an accountability partner. Somebody that you can call that might be in the same boat with you, and just be like, look, I did this. That you can challenge yourself against. Sometimes competition really pushes you to do what you're supposed to do. If you know that Sally is dropping weight, and you and Sally start at the same place, and she's dropping weight because she's doing what she's supposed to do, and you're not, a lot of times that helps you to get on the ball. You know, just have somebody that's been there, that's there with you, and that's going the same place. So Spark People also offers that connection. The rest of this I'm going to have to put into the next video, which is going to be basically right behind this. So I'll be sitting here, same hairstyle, same clothes on, but I just really wanted to just make those points known. Motivate yourself. Be accountable to yourself if you can't be accountable to anybody else. Okay? Be accountable to yourself. If you need somebody else, find an accountability partner, but that does not mean that that person has to go out and exercise with you. You got to do that by yourself. And I know that that's strange. I run every now and again, and I do it by myself. It took me some time, because you feel embarrassed. You're out there running in the general public. It's not like I was at a gym. I'm running around the neighborhood in the city, okay? It's not like anybody, I'm not in the bougie section of the city. I'm in the hood, you know, and I'm out there running, and people like, look at her running. I rarely see people out there with me, but you know what? I'm accountable to myself, you know? I've had people honk the horn and say, go girl, and you know, and it is really encouraging, but you know, risk looking like a fool, but you're going to be a fit fool. Okay. So next video, because YouTube's going to cut me off and I'm not doing this video again. No. So I'll see you guys in a moment.